This is a vintage monster face pin. Kind of a Mad Ball knockoff or something. This is another vintage monster item. These are these old kids rings from, I think, the 80s or 90s. But they're super cool, like weird little monster faces. They're incredibly small, so unless you got a small finger, it's not gonna work on your finger, but they're just kind of neat vintage things to stick on a shelf. Another little vintage item. This is a weird celluloid smiley face bootleg off a troll body. They're pretty neat. This is another good vintage item. You get the Gumby. I love the orange Gumby bootlegs. They're probably one of my favorites. Weird creatures. Another good vintage item. Weird fruit guy with his curly boots. Pencil topper. He's pretty awesome. I love these guys too. Very good. On a roll. Okay. This is a vintage Hong Kong plastic bug. Another kind of cool vintage item. I like the colors on this one. These guys are contemporary, but they're pretty cool. Little mutants. It's kind of Cobra Cyclops face guy. This is one of my guys. This is like, I make these marbled magic skulls while I'm doing other casts. But pretty cool. This one probably has some glow in the dark on it. I think the white glows in the dark. Possibly the blue too. I don't know for sure though. Another vintage Hong Kong bug. Weird buggy. June bug or something. This is another vintage item. This is a baking powder submarine. I have a highlight on the Monsters Booty page in the stories that tells you how to do these. These instructions aren't very good. They tell you to use baking soda and you want to use baking powder. So go ahead and look at the Monsters Booty Instagram page and at the highlights at the top of the page, and there'll be like a highlight for submarines. And just click on that and that'll give you instructions on how to do these. You got another one of these bugs, some sort of weird weevil. We've decided it was. It's very strange. Cool, weird, vintage buggy. All right, last spin. This is a good one. This is one of these soft rubber bootlegs off of the Monsters Laboratory guys. This is Ogre. So the toys came with these clamshell molds that you could use the monster flesh to make a creation or a little minion you could squish or do whatever you wanted with, but I cast them in rubber using the original clamshell molds. So here's a little chocolate guy. Very cool. Thank you very much for playing.